beautiful. I mean, your facilities are terrific too, and you looked after us magnificently when we were there a few weeks ago, but you look at these facilities and do you have plans for grandeur, or are you happy with what you've got out there?
I know we've invested heavily in upgrading it over the last month or two, but what we're proud of, I suppose, is that that was built by Berwick people and Berwick money, and we own the rooms, so that makes it a little bit easier for us.
So I take it you've still got a bit of work to do to pay it off, Troy?
No, from a football club we're debt free, so whatever money we raise we'll go to help Glenn out down Berwick.
There seems to be a great rivalry but also a great friendship between you guys. Having covered the Mornington Peninsula League for the last 7 or 8 weeks, there seems to be a bit of a divided culture amongst the presidents. Some are in favour of certain things, some are a bit conservative. You guys all seem to be on the same page. Is that pretty accurate?
Okay. Yeah, go for it. I think the challenges that face the competition in regard to the league we played in, it bonded the presidents. Come game day, there's a lot of competition, but I think everybody in that presidents group had football's best interest at heart, and all you need that one little element, that one thing that you all agree on, and I think that's the relationship's been built this day, as I said, with Cranbourne, Beaky, all the clubs are all probably pretty close, but Beaky just been down the road from us, we speak, we just said before, quite regularly. I probably talk to Troy twice a week on the phone, and Stewie Stevenson from Narre, I get him on the phone a couple of times a week too, so we bounce ideas off each other all the time.
So Troy, do you hope Cranbourne join you in the Yarra Valley or Yarra Ranges League next year?
Yeah, look, I think from a Beaconsfield perspective, we've been around for 128 years. Our history, our first ever game was against Cranbourne.
Yeah.
So at some point, we wish the best for all the clubs, but rivalry history, it'd be great to maintain the guys and have the guys there. They've got their own agenda that they need to push, and we're fully supportive of that. But yeah, we'd love to see them there to keep that strong competitiveness, but to keep the relationships going as well.
And are you annoyed, gentlemen, about the conservatism from some of the presidents in the Mornington Peninsula Football League? Do you understand their views? I don't, personally, and they know my view on it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, if I talk to most of the presidents from the competition, they want to merge with us. They want to come. That's a bit I can't understand. I'm just dumbfounded by the short-sightedness. And I said in our last interview that the gap between their top team and their bottom team can't be spread over 2 divisions. I think the area would have benefited from 3 divisions. And we spoke earlier, and I mentioned that I think if we got 3 divisions up and running, within 3 years it would have been 4 divisions, and quite easily could have become the biggest competition in Australia. And I just think it's short-sightedness and it's almost protectionism to a point.
Well, it is. I mean, we're trying to develop a great comp, aren't we, Troy, in a terrific area where, as you say, huge growth corridors.
Yeah, look, I think it's, and as Glenn said, it's probably one of the disappointing factors. It's been a discussion that's been going on for quite a while. We're right in the growth corridor. We deem our competition to be a very strong competition, and it was the right answer, right solution to have all of our competitions amalgamate to create that 3-tier option. It's the right thing for our communities, it's the right thing for our clubs and our kids and their pathways. So it's fairly disappointing that they're not looking into the future, it's more about the here and now. So to us, nothing we can do about it now. We've just got to look after our own best interests and where we go long term now.
That's right. With the exception of Cranbourne, you all know where you're going now. I met with Aaron Bailey yesterday from Yarra Ranges, who is extremely excited about your clubs joining the competition, and he's got some great ideas, and I think he's going to be certainly the right person to be able to sit down and have a conversation with about what your goals are as clubs as well. And there's a commission meeting coming up on the 2nd of August, as I understand it, where there's going to be a whole lot more information be available to the public. I spoke to the coaches earlier before and asked them how hard it's been to perhaps manage the noise around the playing group with not quite knowing where you're going to be and what's going to happen. As presidents, what have you done to try and make sure that doesn't get out of hand?
Sure. So we've been fairly open with all of our members. Fairly careful not posting it all through social media because it does sell the wrong message. So we've had a lot of number of forums where I've actually invited our people to the club. We've put presentations up. We've had Aaron Bailey and his team, which done a brilliant job, actually come and talk through the options. So we've been really open. We've had a really open dialogue to all of our people, whether it's our sponsors, supporters, playing group. So we've had no cards off the table. It's been really open to the guys, and I think that's helped. whereas we've always sort of known roughly where we thought we were going to land, and we put in a lot of options to the players, so the guys really understood where it was. And I think probably the biggest linchpin for us, and probably the catalyst to where we're going and what it's all about, is the relationship that we have with our netball club. It was one of the key sellers, and having the options available, both football and netball, was really the key decision maker for us.
Glenn? We certainly didn't emulate the communication that Beaconsfield had. I think they were second to none in the way they went about it, so all kudos to you guys. We formed a consultative group, if you like, which was made up of players, sponsors, life members, and we kept it a group of say 12 to 15, and we took all the views on it. We went through probably 10 or 15 different factors, and we graded and rated them on what was important to us from a decision-making analysis. And netball came into it, player retention came into it, but sponsorship retention is very important as well, because we had to be mindful of that. So based on that, I think the overriding decision was made based on the netball, and I think at the end of the day we went forward to a recommendation that was unanimously supported, and it was about risk management. It was going to the Yarra Valley, because that's reversible. If we go into Yarra Valley, we take our netball with us. If we go into Eastern, we lose our netball and we can't make a change. Netball's gone forever after that, and so we took that on board, and we're very enthusiastic about heading up to the Yarra Ranges. I think the boys have got a fire going over the other side today, so we're just getting ourselves set up for the atmosphere of Yarra Ranges football. We had one at office the other day, and I would have gone home if we didn't have it. It was that darn cold.
We hope to be coming with you. We're excited about it. We've been given the green lights, call, one Sethnal game every week right through to the final series this year, and the reason I met with Aaron yesterday was to commence discussions about us coming up and doing some work with Yarra Ranges, and we think it's going to be a really exciting competition. So we hope we can be a part of it all, and we think that you're absolutely going to add an X factor to that competition, and I'm sure they're all excited about it as well.